And so we really haven't come shocks of this.
Thank you, ma'am. The next is Dr. Avinash Kaur Rana to speak about the effect of midwifery of care on maternal health during the postpartum period.
Then means it's near about 40 years I have spent in my clinical practice. I have seen the nurses is not having the habit to talk with the mothers, even in labor room, even in antenatal clinic, and even in the postnatal ward also. And the mental always ignore. Even in the, we can say the, when we are talking about the national level or international level, what are the strategies we have to adopt so that mother should not have the mental illness. Because when I do the presentation, it is indicating that if the maternal health is going to be, or the mothers having the we can say the any depression during the postpartum period, it may lead to longer life also, and it may affect the even the growth and development of the newborn, or we can say later in the life of the child also, and the child may be going to develop the some psychiatric problem or behavior problem is there. So let us, we can see, and I'll try my best to make myself to understand, because first time I'm explaining this model, and maybe the very senior most teachers and we can say the nursing personnel are sitting, and they can add also if at the end of my presentation. So the topic is, that is the effective model of maternal mental health during the postpartum. I am going to say about the midwife's model of care. Now in 19 May 1996, many representatives from the Midwives Alliance of North America, that is MANA, and North American Registry of Midwives, that is NAMS, and the Midwifery Education Accreditation Council, MIAC, and Citizen for Midwifery, they work together and write the definition of the midwife model of care. All groups could use consistently in communication with the healthcare decision maker. Now, this midwifery model of care, the midwife model of care, is based on the fact that pregnancy and birth are the normal processes. Will include the monitoring of the physical, psychological and social aspects, providing the individualized education, counseling and we can say prenatal care, continuously hand-on assistance during labor, delivery and postpartum period. It also minimizing the technological intervention, identifying and referring the women who require the obstetrical attention, and this model is purely woman-centered model of care, which prevent the birth injury, trauma and the chances of or incidence of the cesarean section. Now, as this model is woman-centered, so midwifery care is uniquely nurturing hand-on care before, during and after the birth, and midwives are healthcare professionals specialized in pregnancy, childbirth, who develop a trusting relationship in their client. Now, this is the perinatal maternal health promotion model is there. Now, as you know, this model is indicating that how this during the postnatal period, or not only the postnatal period, even the perinatal period or antenatal period, how the mother is going to be remain the healthy postpartum period. And healthy postpartum period is going to be remain when the mother is going to be recovered from the physically recovered is there, and she is able to care of self, infant and family, and she is going to be aware or the maternal role during the postpartum period. And this is going to be attained by that second circle, which is saying that self-efficacy. Self-efficacy means it is the confidence of the mother to look after herself and give care to the baby. And by adopting the positive coping strategies and realistic expectation to the role change of the mother after the during the antenatal, we can say during delivery and after birth, and mobilization of the social support is there, nurse and other personnel. So we can say these three inner cycles are the key of the maternal task of healthy postpartum period. The rings around these tasks included the core individual skills that are needed to ensure that the task successfully accomplished, and the outer ring represent resources that a woman may need in order to successfully required, or we can say employ her individual skills in order to accomplish the task of postpartum, which include access to clinical services, social, other support services, information and material services. I request to the in the hall, people are sitting, please listen quietly. So much noise is there, and it may be interfering with the presentations, and please bear with us. I know it is too late. Now the physical, as in this cycle, the physical recovery of the mother is there. So mother is going to be recovered from the during childbirth and during pregnancy also. Like we can say, there is so many changes, physical and the emotional changes are during the time of postpartum period. And along with that, meeting the needs of the mother, including the social needs, infants and other family member. And now in the postnatal period, she is going to be attain the successful maternal role. The physical recovery is, that is, involution of uterus return or body systems in the normal conditions, and mostly it is going to be lead up to 6 to 8 weeks of postpartum, and maybe the completely anatomical and physiological changes will take place within 2 months, or maybe it will take 1 year also. Common concern of women in postpartum period, that is, as a nurse we should see that immediately after the delivery, physical mother may be have fatigue and sleep disturbances there, and she may be going to have the pain, like pain in the perineal area, that is maybe in seasonal area after the cesarean, and pain in the breast also due to engorgement of the breast, and pain in the nipple also. When engorgement of the breast will be there will be pain in the nipple will also be there, and mostly they will have the headache and the backache. So we can say that as a nurse, as a health professional, mother should have attained in hygiene, nutrition and weight loss. Now psychosocial concern is, that is, the mother's maternal role attainment to the infant has to be going to be arise in the postnatal period, and as the body self-image is changed during the postnatal period, and so mother may be potential to have some problem also. Marital and intimate relation may be going to be disturbed during the postpartum period. Care of infant, house and family, that is, infant needs feeding, she is able to give the feeding to the mother, identification of signs and symptoms of infant illness also, and she is going to be attain her housework also in cooking and cleanliness, need of to look after the other children also in the family, and we can say the household logistic, that is transportation and child care, if child is going to be sick and she has to be take the child in the hospital, so these are the things she has to do. So there are phases of maternal role attainment, because that model is said the maternal role attainment will be there when there is a we can say healthy postnatal mother is there. So first phase is taking in, that is the mother focus on own needs and may need to tell and retell the birth story, may take some times accepting the newborns and as hers, may not feel maternal and may seem passive in the maternal role, may not be very responsive to the to attempt by others to get her to take on active role in newborn care, and may not educational messages also. Second phase is that the taking hold, that at about day third, mother will become very interesting in taking charge of newborn care and may seek perfection in her maternal role, caregiver role, and we can say vulnerable to feelings of inadequacy, may become anxious and preoccupied with ensuring that she is doing everything right, will be open to education, but this need to be provided in a way that does not erode her self-efficacy. Third phase is the letting go. Mother may go through the broad range of emotions from the despondency of euphoria as she comes to accept the of her new maternal role and let go of her old self to accept this is normal phenomena. So individual health enhancing skills is there, 4 skills is there, that is consistency necessary for the woman to successfully exercise, and second is that control over their own and infant's health and we can say other family members in the postpartum period. Individual skills are that is effective of social support, self-efficacy, positive coping, and realistic expectation and goal setting is there. Effective mobilization of social support is that is the social support is assistance that individual provide and receive other by close relation and professional appears to have a positive effect on physical health and as well as the psychological well-being of the mother. Now, category of the sport is that is emotional sport, instrumental or informational sport is there. Emotional sport is that what individual do or say to make other individual feel loved, supported or encouraged. Instrumental sport is when individual provide needed material resources or assist to or complete a task or for another individual. Assistance with task social sport is also thought to impact on health positively by reducing the degree to which the life events are perceived as stressful by an individual and by enhancing feeling of self-esteem and self-care. Now, informational sport is sometimes mentioned, it is the literature information sport included the model as an external resources also. There are many barriers are there which affected the social or mobilization of social sport. Maternal perception that ask for help will reflect them poorly on her parenting ability, fear of being perceived as a burden, fear of hurting people's feeling, for example, by asking is instrumental assistant different than what is being offered. Others would not be able to relate to her experience and thus not to be able to offer adequate support. Healthcare providers that help promote postpartum health. Self-efficacy is a part of we can say in the model, and self-efficacy is a person believes in their ability to perform the particular behavior successfully. An expanded definition self-efficacy is that an individual's ability to achieve goals has been proposed by others. In the postpartum period, self-efficacy is positively related to the health-seeking behavior and inversely related to the maternal stress and the depression. Self-efficacy is only a key skill in maternal role attainment and woman ability to competently perform infant care and other parenting tasks that depend on her confidence in her mothering abilities. So, maternal self-efficacy is also closely linked to the child development. So the factors effect on self-efficacy is direct experience, similar task, seeing others perform the task, infant temperament, and when confronted with a difficult task, individuals with lower self-efficacy will avoid or give up the more easily, which in turn further decreases their self-efficacy. Now the positive coping is another things which is shown in that model. Positive coping is an adaptive response by an organism to adverse circumstances from human behavior perspectives. Coping is an effort to manage and overcome demands of experience that pose a challenge or threat of harm, loss or benefit to the person. Coping can occur in response to reactive or in anticipation of the proactive demands or the problems are there. So this I will not discuss in detail. Realistic expectation and goal settings. That is, the main goal as provider in this arena is to better prepare the mother for the demands of the postpartum period. A proactive, honest, reality-based approach aimed at altering maternal expectations of both the postpartum be directed to counteracting the feelings of inadequacy often experienced by new mothers. Normalize the experience of feeling overwhelmed and uncertain by letting her know that these are the feelings that are almost inversely expressed by the woman in the time period. Provide information on wide variation of normal infant temperament including feeding, crying, sleeping and other. Now, realistic expectation is a normal adaptive human response modulated individual behavior allowed for efficient and effective interpersonal interaction. Expectation based on incomplete or incorrect information conflict the reality of situation the individual. Postpartum period affect woman ability adjust to motherhood and we can say to other transition following the birth. Now, we can say that now this Modi-free model, this is the modified Modi-free model care is there. So, they have shown the different colors. In the center, maternal health is there. That is three aspects it is there: physical recovery, care of self, infant and family, maternal role attainment. And blue, it is indicate that we can say that this purple color is also entering into the blue one also, because if this efficacy will be self-efficacy, positive coping, realistic expectation is there, mobilized social is there, sport is there, then we can say the maternal health is going to be best in the postpartum period. And if there is a helping people are there, education is there, then we can say to prevent from the maternal postpartum depression. So if this model is, or we can say the mother is not going to have all these things, what is going to happen? So they are going to arise postpartum depression, or we can say postpartum mood disorder. Why? And so we can say the postpartum depression is highly prevalent and it is not a time limited and major risk factors for an infant development, and it is highly treatable. Postpartum get most of the time it does not get the treatment. So we can say the three problems are there, the like baby blue is there, postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis is there, and there is a reason why baby blue is there. That may be two reasons: abruption, hormones withdrawal is there, and there is a biological system undergoing the attachment. Now baby blue is being mostly it is we can say remain few weeks, and and mostly it is going to be recovered within 15 days, and we can say it is highly prevalent. 80% women they will have this baby blue. So symptoms are crying, weeping, sadness, irritability, exaggerated sense of empathy, we can say anxiety will be there, more mood liability is there, feeling overwhelmed, insomnia, trouble falling or staying asleep, fatigue, exhaustion and frustration. And so if the baby blue is not going to be treated, or we can say ignored, the mother is going to have the postpartum depression. And usually this postpartum, we can say onset is usually within first 2 to 3 months postpartum through the onset can be immediately after the delivery. So we can say that 10 to 20% prevalence is there. What are the symptoms are persistent sadness, frequent crying, even about little things is there. For example, she is not able to give the breastfeed to the baby, the mother is going to be crying. So these are the small things. So poor concentration will be there, difficulty remembering things, feeling of worthlessness, inadequacy or guilt feeling will be there, irritability, crankiness is there, loss of interest in caring of oneself, not feeling up to doing the everyday task. Psychomotor agitation or retardation is there, fatigue, loss of energy, insomnia or hyperinsomnia is there, significant decrease in or increase in appetite, anxiety manifest, bizarre thoughts will be there, fear such as obsessive thoughts of harm to the baby also, feeling overwhelmed, somatic symptoms will be going to be arises, and recurrent thoughts too. Suicidal idea will also be there in this. The risk factor is that there may be biological vulnerability is there, and psychological factor life stress is there. Biological is rule out others medical problem, anemia, thyroid, and because these things if it is there, the mother is having more risk factor is there and more depression is there. So hormones fluctuation including stress hormones, fatigue and prior history of depression. So these mothers are more potential to have the postpartum depression. Psychology and life stressor is another factor is there, and so we have to say, did you know over 1/3 of mothers caring for toddler experience depression is there. So psychology, women who have never been depressed, there is a chance of 10% women they are going to develop the postpartum depression, and women who have been depressed, 25% again they are going to develop the postpartum depression, and women with previous postpartum depression 50% their chances. Here it is that this shows that where low income mothers will be there, they are going to more depression during pregnancy. So this depression, postpartum depression, is going to be effect on the mother suffering, a lack of joy in childcare, lack of confidence in parenting ability, miss the work also, social withdrawal, somatic symptoms, guilt, and we can say suicidality is going to be increased. The father is also going to be affected. So each family member is going to be affected. Increased anger, conflict with others, increased use of alcohol, drugs, and misuse of isolated from the family also, feeling discouraged, impulsive, reckless driving, extramarital relationship, physical problems, headache, indigestion, work consistently or worry about the performance at work, conflict between how he thinks and he should be as a man and how he actually is. Family problems are going to be arises, marital discord, withdrawal from the other family members, challenging relationship with other children. Mothers, those who are having the, we can say that they are potential to preterm birth, low birth weight babies, and miscarriage and preeclampsia. So the children are also going to, infant is also going to be affected, and do the baby have mental health, and later on the baby may develop mental problem also. And the impact on the maternal depression on developing child is, if it is seen that when compared with non-depressed mothers, that is, depressed mothers demonstrated less affectionate behavior, less responsive to the infant cues, and more flat affect withdrawn. So the children in later age also, the children is going to be develop the problems. So it's very important. So the screen, I'm going to finish it. So we can say that as a nurses, we should use this Edinburgh postnatal depressive scale. It is only 10 items is there, and so we should learn how to diagnose the postnatal postpartum depression is there. So this scale can be used also. So treatment is psychiatric treatment, or we can say social support, hormones, and psychotherapy is there. Thank you very much.